Hello everyone, Nervline here, and welcome back to our Edain mod story. Chapter 4, named after the creator hero that this is all over, the Whisper. I'm going to go a bit more into his story in the intro, well, his appearance mainly, and then we're going to go more into what I've chosen for his abilities and the particular restrictions that are with it. Chapter 4, the Whisper. What fell sorcery was at work here? What looked like the orcs attempting to retreat was instead them rallying to this new foe. Wreathed in shadow, his form shifts in ways no human should be able to. His face covered by a mask of dark iron, wielding a long blade with a sinister glow to it. Whoever this was, he has single-handedly turned the tide with his arrival and has begun to sow terror. Okay, let us begin. So, the Whisper is kind of the opposite to Targon. That's the main kind of driving point I have for him. He is a leader in a way. He is still a leader, just like Targon kind of is, but more of a obviously a bit more of an evil leader. His abilities kind of revolve around that. He has some similar abilities to Targon, but is a bit more focused on keeping himself alive as well. So we've got core reinforcements, of course. Whenever you get the chance to use this ability, you should always pick it. It is just better overall. The soldiers of Gondor is going straight to my base. I will try and intercept them while the orcs still deal with this. Another slaughterhouse, please. So, his second ability, Deathbringer, obviously being a malevolent figure, is very obvious in his appearance, and his whole thing being that he is just a shadowy figure that kind of permeates the same darkness as Sauron, which is why the only reason I'm allowed to make the Necromancer, the only other hero I'm allowed to make, is because he's kind of the Whisper's shadow. It's a way that I can actually use Sauron while still being lore-friendly. Because, let's be real here, if I was not using Sauron, I don't think I could get very far with Mordor on its own. So yes, that is my reasoning for using Sauron, but be able to make Sauron. He's also got invulnerability, kind of his creeping into the shadows, not being able to be affected by anything. Then he has leadership, because he is still an inspiring figure to the orcs, as he is carrying the Dark Lord's evil with him. And then he also has dissent, because that's kind of his whole thing, that he brings about madness in those who dare fight against the Dark Lord, and attempts to bring them to his side. So yeah, works really well with Mordor in general as a faction. Works well with most factions in general. Let's get those orcs spamming. Let's get a tribute camp, and let's just keep expanding up here. I want to build a Kirfungol barracks. I want to build a basic outpost to give Sauron 2 levels so we can use influence. Because there's not going to be a lot of other ways I'm going to be able to use the influence of Sauron. Well, not many other ways I can level up Sauron, because I can't. Well, I can get the tier 4 powers. I can't use them, since, as I said, the Necromancer in his shadow form and flame forms are just a expression of the Whisper's will. It doesn't make sense for that to suddenly become a very form of Sauron. I mean, I guess it could. If we're desperate for a win, we could say the Whisper does some massive Morgul sorcery, and then boom, out comes the Necromancer. I guess. No, out comes Sauron in his jacked up form. Doubt it will come to that, but hey, you never know. I was originally going to have the Whisper have a Morgul blade, but it's so hard to attack with the Morgul blade, and yeah, it's not very easy to use. It's like trying to Like trying to use Faramir's wounding arrow, except you have to do it from melee range. You have to give it a few seconds to wind up, and then you can use it. And that takes a long ass time to get used to. And you can't auto-acquire with it either, so yeah, it's not as good as the Nazgul's Morgul Blades. Not by a long shot. Let's just keep making our way up here. Might actually take this outpost over here. Has a slightly smaller chance of being focused by the enemy since it's further away. Have it as an economy hub. Could really just help keep us in the green, as it were. For now, though, let's get more tribute camps. We just want to get that money rolling. Slaughterhouse. And that changed quickly. Now we've got the extra command points. And that's why I built the extra pantry this early, because you do need it desperately. Okay, outpost built. Let's stop whatever this is from happening. If we can. Got 2 power points, not enough yet for the reinforcements from Rune. I'm just going to use reinforcements from Rune and Harad unabated, because there's no point in restricting myself in that manner. The men of Rune and Harad have always hated Gondor, and this is a pretty central area for action to happen in. Get some slaughterhouses down here as well. Get some towers building, since they're already making their way into my base. Try and slow them down, but that's knights. Oh, I can't do with knights. No, get out of there. Leave some units behind, but get out of there, Whisper. Get out of there. We need to start making units that can deal with that. So let's do that. Everything we can do is just walk away. All these resource buildings we've built are just going to slow them down as they advance towards us. That is the whole purpose of their existence. Just to slow down the enemy's advance towards our base, as I just keep building towers. This is exactly what I expected to happen. Gondor is a very aggressive force in the early game. Not something you can really walk up to and be like, yeah, we can do this. We cannot do this. They must have an outpost somewhere with the stables. That's what they normally do when they have cavalry. And all I've done with my outpost is just make more money. And I might build a troll cage, but that might attract too much attention and it costs too much. So it does more money, please. More overseers. Let's get some reinforcements in here. And thankfully, orcs keep dying as quickly as they're making them. Oh, Baragon using his cheat powers, even though he shouldn't be able to use it there. He does. Where is he? Let's make sure he's dead. And yeah, 10-second invulnerability just means he's creeping into the shadows before reappearing again. But his sword remains corporeal while his flesh becomes ethereal. I'll only use it when I actually have the Dark Lord, since it doesn't make sense to have a creep into the shadows when you don't have a shadow. If you get my meaning. You don't have to. You can just say yes in the back of your head and be like, yeah, he knows what he's doing, kind of. I won't judge you. I judge myself enough anyway to not worry about it. Another good thing about invulnerability is the AI just stops focusing them altogether. Get those Easterlings to focus those cav down. Okay, he's getting a bit focused. Let's fall back. We're not going vulnerable yet because the units are being dumb enough to actually go into the clump. Just sit there, Whisper. You're going to be doing stuff just by existing. Get more spearmen while we're at it, because they are making cavalry now in abundance. Why do they have Gandalf? I forgot Gandalf existed. Don't judge me. I forget these things sometimes. Influence of Sauron, just use it on economy right now, because that is what we need the most. Forgot Gandalf existed, so that's going to be a problem later on. Let's kill Imrahil first, and then let's fall back. No point trying to cry over spilt milk. Just take the loss on the battlefield. Use invulnerability to escape unharmed. And try and not just get surrounded to die to Gandalf. Yep, that's the Wizard Blast gone. That's Gandalf now able to be killed. Just surround him and kill him. Don't give him an opportunity to come back. We want him dead. Same with Boromir. As Gandalf gone, that is how you kill heroes. You just lead them into a place of not security, and then you just kill them. Kill them until they're dead. Okay, that's everything they're done. How long until the next influence? Quite a while away. I'm not going to destroy a building just to get a Kirithungol barracks, although I am definitely wanting a Kirithungol barracks right now. There's still one building up here that I can't make anything from it. Get back, because that's Baragond hitting you. Those are upgraded knights. Make sure they are the ones getting shot. Even though it's only tower fire, that is still killing the entities off. Oh, what? Where are you? Where are you? Why are you there? Don't be there. Go somewhere else. Go in that tower. They can't hit you in there. Bounce that in front of them, so then they come into our units. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh no, destroy my slaughterhouse. Whatever will I do? I guess I'll just rebuild it into a different building. That's even better. Now I've actually got money that I can't spend. How long to the next influence? Yeah, halfway there. Oh no, my building just suddenly collapsed. Whatever will I do? Keep this here. So we can get that Kirithungol barracks I so desperately want. Oh, I can't attack order when you're in control, Necromancer. Some hero's in there, isn't he? There has to be at least one hero in there somewhere. Okay, next upgrade, next power we're going to do with influence is get fire arrows, so these archers we're now recruiting can do even better damage. That outpost down there has been left alone, which I'm very thankful for. We now have leadership for our troops. That is a miniature darkness around us permanently. We're not recruiting units fast enough. Hopefully with all these archers I'm making, they'll get to tier 2 so we can start actually getting units at a decent speed. Get more spearmen. Now stop splitting up and go back into one formation. This is not how we win, this is how we die. If we keep splitting up like this. There you go, the orc pits are expanding. Just get more spearmen. Now we can throw out the banners of the Red Eye, and they're attacking the outpost. With what? Oh, that's going to destroy it very quickly. That is what it is, though. Our economy isn't really failing anymore. We can just destroy the outpost, let the outpost get destroyed even, and then just rebuild it into a Kirithungol or Minas Morgul barracks. That works for me. Makes sense to be Minas Morgul since that's here, and Dol Guldur kind of already just been abandoned at this time in the story. Okay, fire arrows are go. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll still make money though before it goes. Okay, go invulnerable for a second. Just get you out of there, Whisper. Something's shooting over there. I'm not sure what, and I don't really care. What did we just get? Was that the Kirithungol? Yes, it was. let's get over there ready for when they destroy that citadel, because I will be just destroying the slaughterhouse if it lives. Gonna be a while before the next thing, but it shouldn't be too bad. And once that's gone, we can just demolish this and get a killer fungal on Minas Morgul barracks. And even better orcs. Let's make sure they don't come out of this alive. That's the last thing we want. How long's the fire arrows? Oh, not too long now. Although it is slowing down our production a bit. I waited for this. Oh no! The slaughterhouse suddenly got destroyed! Archie, you get out from there? Oh, that's a bad time. That's a bad time. Everyone, spread out. Run away. Yeah, they've got too much force here. We just need to fall back. Take the loss, fall back. Come up with a better plan. Because yeah, there's no point trying to fight the eagles when they're already halfway dead. Are all the archers still alive? Yes, somehow all 4 archers are still alive. Let's give them all fire arrows. And hope they didn't kill that last archer. I think they did though. We'll find out in a second. No, they didn't. Ha ha ha! You can't stop this, bitch. Okay, eagles are gone. We're no longer in danger. Although I should definitely be careful with my archers. They are very badly damaged. Very badly damaged. And probably get more just spearmen as well. Maybe some more archers as well, since we lost a lot of their entities. And then we just get a lot of that back. Next tier of... Best thing about the core reinforcements for Mordor is it's so garbage. It's 1 orc horde, then it's 1 orc horde and an archer, and then it's 1 orc horde, an archer and a spearman, but then you get a troll at the end. Oh, and then there's Angmar that starts with Men of Carndoom, and you're like, how is there a comparison for this? Could give them Kira Fungal units, I guess. Similar to Gorbag and Shagrat. And let's make sure we're actually in our army here so they get the full benefit of our existence. Oh, I'm getting focused. Let's just go into the shadows there. And keep pushing down the southern bridge since that's where their force is mainly coming from. And yeah, we can just keep carrying on by improving our military, not our economy, because, yeah, we don't have heroes. Who needs economy? We need to just build mostly free orcs. And yet we can see they haven't built an outpost here, but they have got a lot of force that just keeps coming from this way. So let's get darkness and let's make our push. Extra 25% damage and armor. And I will eventually use Descent, but just not yet. No need yet. Let's actually stop recruiting orcs from here now, instead of purchase banner carry, since we're about to get Minas Morgul Fortress. Doesn't make sense to keep making the lower tier units. Okay, let's put that upgrade onto Kirith Ungol for the Halberdiers. No, no real good use for Descent yet. I'm sure I'll find it eventually. So again, there's Minas Morgul orcs. No point in destroying the signal fires yet. They don't do anything for the enemy, so I have no particular reason to destroy them myself. I can't remember what I used influence on the first time. Was it the slaughterhouse or the slave farm? I don't remember. Probably not going to use it on either of them in the future though, so it's fine. almost got enough to start going towards Call the Horde, which is a very good idea. Yeah, let's just keep pushing into the enemy lands. Yeah, they're destroying a resource building. We have no value for resource buildings right now. And those orcs just beat up a bunch of the soldiers of Gondor, which I always like to see. Yeah, this army is getting to the point where it's ridiculous how well it works together. Large archer front line, back line even. Inexhaustible orc front line. And there we go. I know I've only seen Gondor and Mordor in this story at the moment. We will be seeing a lot more of them in the future. But there will be some differences in next time. We will have a slightly different faction to play as again next time. But we will probably be fighting Mordor for the majority of this, since Isengard doesn't exist at this time. Saruman hasn't decided to side with Sauron. So we are just currently able to play, and obviously another thing is Angmar is a very contested point where they are also just gone. But then there is, I am probably going to be able to bring Angmar in one way or another for at least one chapter. But we'll go into that in the future. And then there's the Misty Mountains, which I personally am happy to play with, but I would rather not have to play against them. And I think a lot of you know why. Because if I had to fight Misty Mountains, I would probably have no restrictions on myself, so I would need to have a lot of strength behind me. Not sure how I'd do it, but I'm sure I'll find a way. I'm sure I can find a way to make that work. Get moving, you lazy wretches. Still not found a use for Descent yet. Don't worry. There are times when Descent is actually really useful. When the enemy clumps up a lot, that is when it is most useful. We've just not had a lot of chances to use it yet because I've only seen 1 or 2 units together. But even just used on a single unit, they will start fighting each other. You can see that damage is quite substantial when it's them attacking each other. Get Shelob, because why not? Look at that. Influence is not yet offline. Online even. Yeah, once we've taken out this archery range, I can English. Once that's gone, all they've got left is the stables, and that is not going to protect them. Keep running in. Can't make him vulnerable, so it's fallen back for a second. They obviously have an outpost over here. Yeah, barracks, stables, that's how they've been keeping up the spam sandwich. But let's just focus on this base first. Destroy the base, and then we can worry about everything else going on. We've got an army already on its way to fight them. Citadel's almost gone, so they won't be able to rebuild. Can I just make this somewhere? Shelob gone, she did her job. Yeah, we're already starting to actually make a push against the other building. Let's get our upgrades for the Easterlings. They earned some. They earned their upgrades. They've earned their stripes. Wherever they are. Alright, expensive upgrades. Just invulnerable, whatever damage is coming at me at the moment. Merge with a unit. Doesn't matter which, just merge so you don't die. How's it going? Okay, we've made our move against them over there. And let's just get more of a spam going on, shall we? Let's fill up our command points. Oh, and make this recruitment faster as well. I forgot about the Black Aurochs. Just increases orc production of everything. Get it down. Almost done. Yeah, we might as well get everything together. Let's not try to outstretch. Lord Sauron will be pleased. Bring out that eye. Look at all those orcs. Oh look, we finally got enough overseers that's still alive to actually get the quest completed. Oh, that's funny. Okay, they're finally destroyed. Over there. Make our way over. Come on, get this citadel out of here. Get them out of here. Oh, that's an army of the dead though. Scatter! 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 They can't hit everywhere at once. I mean, they can, but the AI's not that smart. Don't draw them towards the army. Don't draw them towards the army. Keep them away from the army. Just keep out of that area for a few more seconds, and then we'll be able to go back in again. Keep drawing them away. Keep drawing them away. There's nothing they can do. Keep drawing them away. AOD is almost gone. We've now got a level 10 Whisper. And they only have an outpost left. Okay, AOD is gone. We're safe to do whatever we want again. Get rid of that signal fire since that building existing means they won't die. Get back everything we lost. Throw down that darkness. Might of the damned. Their deaths will not be the end. Now Pippin's trying to do some work. Good for Pippin. Oh, there goes their rebuild. Oh, we are really starting to feel that grind. Okay, let's just get more orcs out here. Don't know where the eagles are from, but they're obviously not in a good place. Nope, they are not. That's not going to do anything for them. Those units are still just being kept busy over there. Who cares about Boromir? Focus on the building. Boromir dies if the buildings die. Although I do need to check everywhere else for those signal fires. I believe they have at least one more over there. Yeah, they do. Let's get rid of that one as well. Okay, Boromir's dead. These orcs have just been able to beat down those knights without even a shred of remorse. Yeah, get rid of that building, I guess. Invulnerable for a second. Throw down the descent because I can. Watch those knights hurt each other. And that's the stables gone. All we're going to do is destroy that one signal fire, and then it's over. There should not be any other signal fires that I can see. So yeah, that'll be it. This is all they have left. Who cares about that one knight and his banner carrier? When the signal fire is right there, ready to be destroyed, they can't make any more units. So what units they have left should probably go out and try and build something to keep them alive. They won't, but, you know, they should. What can I get for 5 power points? Sure. Don't have any Nazgul, but might as well just pick up the power because I can. Didn't even need to make trolls. Didn't even need to get Gorpower. That just shows what Mordor can do in capable hands. And this should be the end of Gondor. Yeah, there we go. Victory for the bad guys. There's only a temporary victory, as I'll go over in the outro. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll listen to the outro if anyone is still watching. 27 minutes, not bad. Honestly, I thought it was going to take a lot longer than that. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Farewell. Victory. The orcs are overwhelming us. My fellow soldiers of Gondor were wavering before the Man of Shadow. I urged for them all to find courage and to stand and fight. Some listened, others continued to flee from the battlefield. We could not win this fight without a miracle. That miracle came in the form of a silver arrow aimed true into the darkness, striking into its source, piercing steel and flesh. The arrow was enough to send the leader away, to seek refuge and retreat, leaving orcs behind to slow us down. There was no victory for either side this day. The battle would one day continue.